Hello everybody, this is Man is Obsolete with Electronic Warfare Studios. I'm here today to do a review for Puddle. It's a game that you can buy for $10 on Xbox Live and the PlayStation Network. Now Puddle has actually been classified as a puzzle game, but I found very little puzzle elements actually in this game throughout my entire playthrough. Probably the closest thing that comes to a puzzle in Puddle is hitting a switch in order to get to the next section of a level, which is hardly really a puzzle at all. It's not hard to figure out. Instead, Puddle to me is more akin to a platformer where the game actually has you timing jumps and clearing obstacles to get through a level. As you can see in this video though, this is not your average platformer. In place of a mustachioed plumber or a little pink puffball named Kirby, you are in control of a liquid here. Well, somewhat. Unlike Mario, Kirby, and so many other great platformers, you actually have no control over the character in Puddle. Instead, you actually have to tilt the level to manipulate the puddle through to the end. This is a great twist in the genre and actually makes this game quite unique, and it really ups the challenge in this game, especially later on. Another area Puddle shines is in the great level design in this game. Here you get 8 unique worlds, and each of those worlds has 6 levels within them. So there's quite a bit of content here for $10. And these worlds are quite varied. You go from anywhere from the waterworks to a jungle to the human body and even a rocket at some point. And each one of those is really well crafted and feel unique to each other. And on top of the unique levels and worlds that you get in Puddle, you also are given new liquids to control throughout the course of the game. To me, I thought that was awesome because it kept the game fresh and each one of those liquids behaved a little bit differently. It almost felt like I was getting a new character that had different abilities to play through those levels with, and that was a really cool feeling. That's not to say Puddle doesn't have its share of issues. First off, those different liquids you get control of, though great, comes with no explanation at all as what their properties are. So you end up dying a few times in a level just trying to figure out, well, what am I actually supposed to do with this liquid, or how do I control it, or how do I keep it in play. Also, there are no checkpoints in this game, which I didn't mind so much at first. I actually thought it added a little bit to the challenge. However, about the 6th chapter in this game, the difficulty really ramps up, and the lack of a checkpoint system really starts to rear its ugly head. There are more obstacles in those levels to overcome, and each one requires even more precision to achieve and overcome. And some of those obstacles actually feel like they were meant to be seen and fail once, just so you can go back and try to do it the next time and you know what to do the next time you play it. That would be fine if there was a checkpoint system, but instead I got to go all the way back to the beginning of the level and try to make it past all that other junk I thought was hard, just to make it back to that one surprise buzzsaw and try that again, and hopefully I can succeed on my second try finally. To top it all off, the retry is not an instant reload, kind of like Rayman Origins was and some other platformers. Instead, loading back up the start of the level can take about 10 to 15 seconds to do. And when you're on your 30th try, that loading screen will piss you off. All that said though, I still really enjoyed Puddle. The graphics are simple, but they're really well done for a downloadable title, I felt. And the sound design I thought was phenomenal. I was really impressed with the original music in Puddle, and also the surround effects are really well done. So if you have a surround system or some really good surround headphones, there's some really interesting surround effects in the music and also in the sound effects in the game as well. So if you're a platformer fan and you want to try something unique to that genre, and you're looking for a good challenge, I think this game is easily well worth the $10, and I'd recommend highly going on to the store and downloading it yourself. However, not everybody falls into that camp, and if the lack of a checkpoint system drives you nuts and you can't stand sitting through loading screens many times after you die, then I feel that once you hit about the 6th chapter in this game, I think you're going to say to yourself, I'm not going to continue with this any further, and ultimately I think you'll regret the $10 that you spent on this. Still though, I would recommend this game, and at the very least for those still on the fence, I'd recommend downloading the demo on the PlayStation Network and Xbox Live Arcade and try it for yourself. So again, this is Man is Obsolete with Electronic Warfare Studios. Don't forget to like, leave us a comment down below, let us know what you thought about Puddle. Also, don't forget to subscribe to us because we'll be keeping up with a lot of the new games that are coming out, including Gotham Imposters, Twisted Metal, and also we'll be doing the Vita release when it comes out in a couple weeks here as well. So be sure to tune back in and follow up with us. Thanks guys. Peace.